Welcome to SOCI Concepts 2.1. This show, we break down the Warriors rulebook into the situation and concepts that define strategy and how we can make better choices and making progress in our lives. Today we're talking about the value of information. Hey everyone, the name is Mr. Balderdash. Get ready to learn a little about Sun Tzu. This show will break down 9 basic principles of a success model. Get ready to find opportunities in your problems. We can get more out of life by understanding positions. Then we listen, aim, move, and claim for the rest. 3, 2, 1, hit it! Strategy just for you. In 2.0, I discussed that information is valuable because it helps us make better decisions. It's the core of decision making. The thing is that there's a few challenges in which we face that could really block the flow of the value of information that can block from that value. The first main idea is that we're all essentially trapped in our own perceptions of reality. The thing is that we can only see and hear so much. We can't sense everything about reality. We're only stuck to a certain time and place, and because of that, it shapes our perception of reality. In a sense, we don't live in reality, we live in our perceptions of reality. Given that one event can be viewed 10 different ways by 10 different people. The thing is that information that goes outside our own perceptions is valuable to us, and outside the perceptions of others is valuable to others. We can literally use information to find hidden opportunities and advantages in our situation, as well as using the information itself to change our position itself. With that, we can face 4 different challenges. The first challenge is on the limits of information. Now, when I say information, all you have to do to illustrate that is just think of puzzle pieces. In a sense, building a picture of our situation is a lot like building a puzzle. For that, I brought this prop here to help illustrate. Thing is that it's a lot like it, but there's a few differences. One of those differences is, unlike a puzzle here like we see, where all the puzzle pieces will look exactly like this, the quality of our information is not always good. Information can be wrong for a variety of reasons. So despite the fact that our information can be corrupted and the quality of the information may not always be there, how do we still make good decisions? Because the fact is no matter what quality information we have, we eventually have to end up making decisions. Well, the thing is that we have to have better mental models. It's not really so much about more information, but better ways of viewing the information we have. Making the most out of information is about being able to organize, filter, and interpret what information means. Not only that, but Sun Tzu also shows us how to test information. Information must be quickly put to the test to evaluate the quality of it. The next challenge that we face is that of uncertainty. To some degree or another in life is uncertain. And that can pose a real challenge because we're used to, our own areas of control where life to a degree is actually pretty certain. How do we get around that? Well, Sun Tzu actually teaches us that even though life is uncertain, it's uncertain in 5 different ways. And depending on those 5 different ways, we can find not only hidden problems and avoid hidden problems, but also find hidden opportunities. And of course, the number 5 relates to the 5 elements of a strategic position. The third challenge we face is that of deception. Now, going back to this puzzle box here, each one of the pieces can be determined very well. For example, if I get a piece that looks like the texture of the cat, I can very well tell that's going to end up being a part of the cat. The thing is that information comes from people. People, when they view events and things that go on, they automatically interpret what those events mean and what things mean. They don't often tell you the objective events themselves, and often because you can't. You have to share those ideas through already filtered methods. And so, because of that, all information doesn't exactly look like it should look. We have to really it's like a lot like a lens. Whenever information comes into us, we have to adjust our lens, just like I have to adjust the camera. Depending on the kind of lighting I have outside and the kind of situation I'm facing depends on how I have to adjust my camera settings so that way I can get a decent looking picture. Just like when we're talking and interacting with people around us, we have to know how to adjust our lens for the information so we can bounce back with the information we're getting to make it more like look like the objective picture. And again, it's all about comparison. We don't have to make it look perfect. Our picture just has to look better than the pictures of the people we're being compared to. The thing is also, though, is that it's not just about information coming to us, it's also about information coming from us. In the beginning, I said that we can use information to improve our position. Moving a position subjectively is a lot easier than actually objectively moving, claiming, and advancing a new position. If we can be able to control the perceptions of others, it's not just about information coming in, it's about information coming out, flowing outwards too. We have to control the information that flows out. Deception doesn't necessarily mean lying to Sun Tzu. It just means representing conditions or situations. In a sense, the objective reality is, impossible to portray. The last piece that we can, the last challenge that we come across is surprise. Now, how does this happen is because over time, we start getting information, and over time we have to start knowing what things mean. When we're dealing with people, we have to have a method for understanding the feedback we get from people. We have to understand that when a person's body language, what does it really mean? What does the words that they're saying really mean in the situation? So to a degree, we already do that with our mental models. But the fact is our mental models are a weakness because they create predictability. Because we use certain mental models to understand information, that can be used against us. So the thing is surprise. How do we get past that challenge? Sun Tzu says be on the attack. In this case, being on the attack means others have to defend. They can't attack and defend at the same time. By you being on the attack and using surprise against others, not only does it advance your position, there's a whole entire section devoted to this concept, Section 7 of Warrior's Rulebook, but also it keeps others where they can't use surprise against you. The fact is not only should we use it surprise to attack the mental models, the expectations of others, but we should always refine the mental models we use, the specific ones that we use. Things and events change day to day, and the specific mental models we'll need to get through the day will change slightly depending on the rate of change and stuff like that. Will also change. The fact is, it's all about gathering a picture of information. We're doing that with puzzle pieces. Going back to summarize. To build a picture of a situation, we have to get through these different challenges. When we do, we find that information definitely is valuable, and we can definitely build a picture of our situation. With all that said, this is Mr. Balderdash, 2.1, signing out.